Welcome back. Today's guest says one of the most important things a couple can do before saying I do is talk about finances. Money is one of the biggest reasons couples fight or divorce. In this midday, 4 questions you should ask right now. Nick Folks is the lead advisor at Great Waters Financial. Thanks so much for joining us.
Oh, always a pleasure. Thanks for having me.
So we know that couples should talk about money, but remind us all why.
Well, it's one of the most common reasons that couples end up breaking up, right? Why divorce is happening. It's because of things that needed to be said, things that weren't said, or conversations that were held off a little bit too long. And so it's important to have these conversations up front so that you have a clear understanding of expectations.
Even if these conversations are painful, because they can be tough.
They're not necessarily fun.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Okay, so you have 4 questions that couples should be asking each other. First, are you a spender or a saver?
Yep, so are you a spender or a saver? So I'll give you an example. My wife and I, we're going on 15 years.
Congratulations.
Thank you, 15 years. I know I'm so young looking, you're like,
yeah,
when did you get married?
What?
So 15 years, and you would think I'm the guy working in finance, I'm probably the saver, she's probably the spender, but it's actually the other way around.
Funny.
Yeah, I'm very much about saving when it's strategic and kind of long-term planning, but I love to have fun and do fun things.
Right.
And so each of us operates a little bit different, but it's important that we have an understanding of what's necessary for us to clearly communicate. So one of the greatest tools you can have is either a spending plan or a budget. We have a great tool on our website, greatwatersfinancial.com, that can help you outline what are the parameters for having fun. Because you don't want to handcuff somebody, but you want to have a clear understanding of what are the expectations of each.
Absolutely. The next one, how much debt do you have? That's really important, especially with so many young couples having college debt.
Definitely. So you don't just marry the wonderful characteristics that you love about this individual, right? You also get the good, the bad, and the ugly. And sometimes the ugly is all that debt that they're carrying. Average college student takes about $33,000 of debt with them along with that diploma, right? And then you add in things like credit card debt, and that is just a recipe for some critical conversations that need to take place so that you're on the same page financially as you take on these obligations with each other.
Yeah, another question, very important, probably early on in a relationship, how many kids, well, do you want to have kids, and then how many kids do you want, right?
Yeah, we see it on the premarital questionnaire where it's like, how many kids do you want to have? Oh, I don't know. Well, sticker shock. If you don't know this, raising a child from birth till 17 is approximately $230,000 per child.
Wow.
Now, that's not the only reason that you should decide on how many kids you want to have, but it's something to be aware of. I mean, if you want them to play sports or go to private school, that number can increase for you. And so you just have to be willing to say, okay, what type of sacrifices will we need to make in order to make sure that we provide our child with a healthy household financially?
Yeah, and real quick, the last question you're saying is, how will we save for retirement? That's another question you guys can ask each other. But finally, we want to talk about how couples can continue on this right track after they're married.
Yeah, so it's just staying on track is checking in with each other. You just got to inspect what you expect. If you expect to stick on a budget, you have to check in on it. So maybe every couple months, touch base with each other, talk to a financial professional once a year, and make sure that you continue to stay on the same page.
Keep those conversations going, right?
Absolutely.
All right, thanks so much, Nick. Appreciate it.